Alright, so this is episode 5. Will they pass or fail? I mean, if they fail, then would this be the final episode? It's quite the short anime, and I thought this was a 24 episode slot, but anyways, a little bit of a recap. We saw the interview happen after the Forgers had some family bonding time in episode 3. They went to the interview, and even before the interview start, there were pre-interviews with all of the staff, the faculty members looking in and scoring them based on whatever they're scoring. You know, I would assume like the way they're walking, the way they're interacting with their surroundings and everything. We were introduced to 3 new characters. All 3 of them were headmasters of individual dorms. We had Henry Henderson, who is an elegant man. We heard him say elegant many times, and that is just currently, that is his character. We also met Walter, who was the relatively nice guy, according to Lloyd. The kids like him. And then there's Murdoch, who is working here based on nepotism, so that's fantastic. The interview process was doing well until Murdoch started talking about Anya's mom, and we don't really know what has happened to Anya's mom and whether she's just a science baby or not, because I did rewatch episode 1 again, and the narrator had said that Anya was created in the lab, so I started thinking about science babies again, but maybe she did have parents and then something happened and then she got put into, or, you know, that's my original thinking, that she was put into the science lab and then because of the experiments they ran on her, she has the espers. I think that's what it was, but anyways. They're all rhetorical questions. I will figure it out in due times. But seeing Anya cry, Yor was about to, well, looks like she was about to snap his neck, but Lloyd ended up punching the table, albeit he wanted to punch Murdoch in the face, and he decides to take his family home and says that is this really the best that your school has to offer? If so, then I'm gonna take my leave. So Henry hears that and he realizes, yeah, you're right. Murdoch is a bit of a dick. So he gives Murdoch a nice little punch. And that was very nice, and I hope Henry doesn't get in trouble for that, because Murdoch's over here like, even though my dad used to be the former headmaster, or sorry, not headmaster, but housemaster, that's what it was. They're housemasters. The headmaster is like the quote-unquote principal of the school. That's why I was getting things wrong, because I wrote headmaster instead of housemaster. They're housemasters, right? I'll figure it out. But it's gone on for too long. I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below. Other than that, let us get started. Alright, so that was episode 5 of Spy X Family. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, this was a very nice celebratory episode. And yeah, it was a nice celebratory episode. We had a little bit less of yours since, again, she's out here just partying with her own bottle of wine. And it was more focused on Anya and Lloyd, and Anya, since she had gone in, she wanted a nice little reward, and Lloyd, for the most part, you know, being the dad, he has to indulge in what she wanted as the reward, even if it's incredibly embarrassing for him, albeit he disguises it as a this is for the sake of the mission. I have to do this in order for the mission to succeed, which is just great. But let's go back to the beginning of the episode, which was, we had a little talk with this man again in the chair. I don't think we know this lady's name yet, but I guess he's like the head guy in all of this, and he's like, what is it? Lloyd is one of the best fella. Today's the day. For what? You have to ask. It's the Eden College. Yeah, the results should be posted. And then this is while they're walking, they're just hitting every single fucking omen, which is just fantastic. Okay, the thing, we've got Agent Twilight. Chief, peace between the East and West hangs on Operation Strix. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten her name yet, so please take this more seriously. You don't know Twilight very well, do you? So, all of this stuff for him, like, his real name is redacted. Even his blood type is redacted, his age is redacted. Yeah, his whole birthplace, his birth, and all that. But for some reason, his pantsuit is... I'm glad to know that he wears black underwear. So you don't know, he might be the best spy in all of Westalis, so don't worry so much. He'll be telling us that the Sakura blossom blooms soon enough. So that means that he passed. It's a code phrase from the Far East. It means that they pass. And then they see that their results weren't up there. Okay, that's nice. That's what I had missed before because I got distracted with the pantsuit. But we had a talk with Henry Henderson, who says that she is #1 on the waiting list. So they just needed to wait for someone to drop, and then she will be the first person to replace them. So that was very nice. And you know, Henry's just over here like, done a good thing by destroying that mosquito, because they're one of the most dangerous creatures, to which, I mean, yeah, they've caused plagues and all that before, so. Have they? Or am I thinking of rats? I have to do my research after this. But I like that while Yor was thinking about the fact that what if nobody, or just them in general, what if nobody drops out and she's out here contemplating murder of an innocent person, you know, something that the shopkeeper hasn't even asked. She's just she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this man up. But towards the end with Henry, he did say that, I must warn you, I may not be teaching here by the time you arrive, because he did punch Murdoch in the face, and that's what I was also assuming, since Murdoch says that his dad still holds influence around here, so we will have to see what's going on with Henry, but perhaps, as what Lloyd said, maybe he will do something in order to keep Henry around. And I love that he says, I was forced to give that swine a good thrashing. So that foolish man and this instructor, who should I keep? I think that's what... I was able to protect Eden's honor, but who knows what ramification awaits me, so that's from Henry. I'm not sure which one would be more useful to me in my mission. But if that fool stands in my way, I have plenty of ways to destroy him. Okay, but hey, maybe if you get on Henry's good term, he might be of use to you, you know? You never know. But alright, so after that, it was 3 days later, they found out that they got accepted, and the moment they found out they got accepted, Franky comes over like, hey dude, I heard that Anya got accepted, good job, let's freaking party. And we can... this is the third time I've mentioned it at this point, but Franky really gives off that, like, that uncle vibe, especially the way that he, talks to Anya and the way he talks to Lloyd about Anya. So I want to play Anya, save Anya from the castle. Nope, not happening. And then she just felt really sad. Franky comes in, you know, being the uncle for her. So I'm pretty sure that's Newston Castle. I heard it was recently remodeled into some cartoons theme park. An amusement park, right? Yeah, theme park. But that's definitely it. So yeah, it is. It's a theme park. I don't know what's the difference between a theme park and an amusement park. I mean, I would assume theme park has a theme. It's got the same kinds of tricks and traps seen in the show. Okay, it's not. You can even rent it out. Okay, so they rented out this place, and that's probably the bill that the lady had given to the head guy of Wise. Oh, dude. It said 8,000, but I assume in this time period, 8,000 is quite a lot. Okay, so leave the castle reservation to me. Okay, so Franky reserved the castle? Hell yeah. Okay, so I really like that she listens, you know, she puts trust in her boss, and her boss says that Twilight is one of the best agents in Wise, so she puts trust in Twilight because of that, and she's just kind of like, alright, if this is what Twilight wants, he's going to get it. And then and then she gets all the fucking agents to come over, which is just fantastic. And you know how, like, towards the end, after, like, the whole party's over, you see all the boats and the helicopters leave? Oh, man. It's a good thing that place is sorta looks like it's very off away from, like, the cities and everything, so people probably aren't going to notice that there's a bunch of freaking boats and helicopters just coming on over. Okay, so this is what I was missing, because there were like 2 things going on at once. This assignment is an imperative part of Operation Strix, and you do not need to inquire any further about it. Alright. I'm glad that all the members who's working for Wise are very wholesome, very positive. You know, they all look up to Twilight. And even though this is all just a mission for Anya, they all end up taking it very seriously, and that's just nice. And then this whole scene with like this giant, it's quite the theme park, that's for sure. But like, I don't know, is this what kids like to do? Getting shot at by giant balls? I don't know. I feel like with the velocity and the speed that these balls are going, don't you think that's a little dangerous for these kids? And there's like spotlights and everything. Who put smoke screens here? That was a really nice judo grab, though. I really like that. And then the way that Lloyd had gone off, just from a nice little kick, it was very nice. That is nice. Man was out here trying to break Lloyd's arm, or Twilight's arm, since that's what they call it by his code name. They got unlimited bullets in those fucking guns, dude. But it was a very nice low shots. And then when Lloyd runs up right here, right? And then we have that clear voice of the female singer sing during this part. It's so nice, and they got like explosions. Like, it's just so. Her opinion of her dad has just went up by like 5,000. But I did want to see the scene of Yor coming in and just kicking Lloyd's ass. Cause like at this point we know that she can kick his ass. It's just that she's a little drunk and her heels freaking broke. It snapped. So that's the reason why Lloyd is able to save Anya. But this last boss, I would say she's the last boss. Franky's not even a boss at this point. He literally just got wiped out by 1 hit. Like, holy shit, dude. What a good animation, especially for the fight between these two. Holy shit, dude. That is so nice. And then she gives him a fucking cut. Oh, dude. Her hair, dude. Again, you can see that vein in her fucking neck. It's so, ooh. Oh, and the fact that he's blocking her heels? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, your hands at this point should be dead. Well, you've seen her kick before. She's yes, her heel just snaps, and she immediately takes a nap. It's so good. Damn, now that's a fucking highlight of the episode right there. Oh, fantastic. And so towards the end, Franky gets fucking 1 hit. Where'd he get these claws? But he got 1 hit, and her dad comes all embarrassed and shit. It's so nice. And then the agents, one of them had the controller with the fireworks and everything. God, it's so fucking good. Everybody's so wholesome, giving claps and everything. Oh, and just Anya, I've had so much excitement ever since I left the orphanage. Like I said, she will now be entertained for the rest of her life. And so, you know, she's been having a good time, so she knows that she has to continue on with the mission in order for this good life of hers to continue. So she has to do her best in school. And in a way, this whole mission in the castle has helped Anya. You know, in the end, it is for the good of Operation Strix. I assume we'll get to see Anya go to school, and we'll get to meet some of her classmates, maybe. So that's going to be nice, and we'll get to see how Anya interacts with these folks. I did, again, going back to episode 1, I did notice that with Lloyd saying, because we don't really know Anya's age, just like how we don't really know Lloyd's age. The only person who we know their age is Yor. Lloyd, when he first saw Anya, he was just kind of like, well, I need someone who's 6 years old, because that's like the minimum age, I believe, in order to attend Eden College. And he was like, she looks 4 or 5 at most. And Anya decided to say that she's 6 because she read his mind. And so we're just having the assumption that she's 6 years old right now, but perhaps she is 4 or 5. Just that's what I assume. You know, she's 4 to 6. That's her age range right now. But hey, when I transferred from Vietnam, when I came from Vietnam to America, I had skipped a grade, so I was basically a year younger than all of my classmates. So that's sort of like Anya, except it might be a year or two that she's younger than these kids. But great episode overall. It was very nice. We saw some more family bonding. We had a really rocking soundtrack. That was really nice. We had a great little combat scene between Yor and Lloyd. That was very nice as well. Hopefully we'll get to see them duke it out for real some of these days. But until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.